So guys, now that I've done 2 episodes on the transfers and rumours, what we're going to do is we're going to go each club in the Premier League, we're going to go each club in the Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A and La Liga. So first up we're going to start off with Bournemouth, Arsenal, Aston Villa, then we're going to make our way down. I'll probably do like maybe 3 different ones, not too sure. But let's see how it goes. So first up is Brune Larsen. Now I'm not too sure if Larsen is in the game. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Larsen, I don't think he is. No, he ain't. Brune Larsen from Dortmund is going to Bournemouth. These are all players I'll be putting in the squad for Bournemouth. So next up is a Forest Green Rovers player called Kyle Taylor. Now, I've never heard of this kid. I've played as, what's it called? Forest Green Rovers before on FIFA 19. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's not on that. Okay. I'm not too sure if he played for him. I'm not too sure. Anyways, Mason Holgate is an actual fucking player that we could put in here. So he is rumoured to go from Everton to, whatchamacallit, to Bournemouth. Next up is a Peterborough forward called Isaac Toney, I believe. I'm not too sure. I think it's Isaac Toney. Ivan Toney? Is it Ivan Toney? Yes, it is. Ivan Toney. Now he's played for Shrewsbury, Wigan, Scunthorpe, Newcastle. I'm going to put his Newcastle one in there because that was his latest one. He's rumoured to go to Bournemouth for £15 million. So next up is Ahiran Grant. Ahiran Grant. I don't know how to fucking pronounce his name. I really don't. So if we just put it, yeah, there he is, Grant. Played for Charlton at the time, but he is now playing for Huddersfield. So next up is Harry Wilson from Liverpool. Now I know the kid is on loan at Bournemouth, I think he is. I'm not too sure. But he is well fucking talented, I must say. He ain't even in there, is he? Yes, he is. He is not on the market. Fair enough. So Joe Hart as well is rumoured to go to Bournemouth. So Joe Hart did have an incredible season with City, then he went all downhill. So yeah, he went to Torino, went to West Ham. I'm going to put his West Ham one in there because I'm a West Ham fan. Some of my viewers are West Ham fans, I know. So you know. So next up is Jay Rodriguez. Now, he's played for some really crap clubs, but he is a decent player. James Rodriguez. That is the wrong Rodriguez. So, yeah. He's played for Burnley, I believe, and he's played for West Brom. Yeah, and he's played for Southampton. I'm going to put his West Brom card in there. Okay. So next up is Harry Arter. Harry Arter is a decent player, I must admit. He was talented, but at my time he ain't right now. Plays for Bournemouth, but then he's gone to Cardiff as well, which is now his club at the moment. So he is rumoured to go back to Bournemouth. Next up is Mignolet. Mignolet was a brilliant goalkeeper for Liverpool, who's gone to Club Brugge, and now he could make a return to the Premier League into Bournemouth's squad. So next up is Daniel James. I would like to see them loan out Daniel James, actually, like they're going to do with Tahith Chong, and that will be coming up in the next few episodes when it comes to Man United's rumours. So yeah, Daniel James. So I know he's to play for England's squads, but now he plays for Wales, which is a bit shit because I could have seen potential in the kid for him playing for England. Like imagine having like Daniel James, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling up top, or Daniel James, Harry Kane, and what's his face, Jadon Sancho. Yeah, see, look, so he's played for Shrewsbury, he went to Swansea, and now he's switched to his Welsh side of the family. So, next up is Matt Ritchie. I do despise Ritchie a bit because he, in my opinion, he's a bit of a dirty player, but all in all, he is alright. Yeah, so I remember he got an 87 rated. I think that's a team of the season card, I'm not too sure. Next up is Jack Butland. Here's our last one on the Aston Villa list. Jack Butland is a well-talented player. He should have gotten more game time in England's squad. He should have gone to a better club than Stoke as well. But that's Aston Villa done, guys. I mean, I would say it was alright, but look, 3 goalkeepers, one defender, 3 midfielders and 3 forwards. I mean, mate, you've got 1 fucking defender and the rest of forwards and midfielders. Like, what the fuck? So, we're going to move on from this one. So, next up is going to be Arsenal. Now, Arsenal is a decent club, I must say. And it would be a shame to see them be relegated, because they are alright. They're decent. They're decent. So now we're going to have to create a new one. So, yeah, I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, guys, we are back with our next one. Next up, it's Arsenal. Now, Arsenal's got a long list of players, but I'm only going to mention a few, not a lot. Because, you know, we ain't got much time, as I am going to be going out a little bit later on. So, we'll only say the ones that have just recently come in. Okay? So let's do it. So Cucurella, which I know isn't in the game, he's rumored to go to Arsenal from Getafe. So I think our first one, if he is in, is Cristante. Now, I've never heard of this kid, I really haven't. But I'm guessing he's some sort of like big talent in Roma. Not too sure, but let's have a look. Cristante, Brian Cristante, I believe so. I believe that is him. So he's played for... hang on, what is that team? What is that fucking team? Pescara. Okay, that's it. And he went to Atalanta, then he's gone to Roma. Okay. So next up is Carlos Soler from Valencia. That Soler is a brilliant, talented player. I'm sorry if I'm talking quietly, guys. I'm not well at the moment because of my stomach. I've had to go home early. This is why there is a video at this point in time, because some people would be at college, some people would be at school, some people would be at work or whatever, but I'm not, because I'm proper sick right now. So excuse me. So next up is Jonathan Tah to go to Arsenal. Okay, so next is Isco. Isco from Real Madrid. I don't think he'll go to Arsenal because he won't get much game time. He is fucking brilliant, I must say. But if he goes to Arsenal, he will lose his rating. He will lose everything. But look, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 96. Like, I mean, he ain't leaving anytime soon. So next up is Guire from Le Havre. So... Papa Guire. Okay, he ain't in there. Okay, but he is rumored to go there. Ben Rama from Brentford. Hang on, I've spelled that wrong. There he is. Ben Rama, so he played for OGC Nice, he played for another French team, I believe that is, and then he's played for Brentford. So we'll pop him in there. Okay, we're getting on along a bit with it now, I must say. So next up is Koçu, I don't know, but he is a Turkish player for, I believe, Feyenoord. Yeah, he is. So... okay, he's not on there. Okay, that's fine. Bellingham, I know, is not on there as well, so we'll move on. Bellingham has room to go to Arsenal as well. So, Gini, I believe his name is. Dagenham Gini. Yeah, so he's played for that club, Getafe. He's been at Getafe ever since FIFA 17. But we'll see what happens with him. Because, I mean, he is brilliant, I must say. I've used him in so many of my career modes. He is actually sick. Lavin Kazawa. Oh, mate, who remembers him trying to be so fucking sick at the fucking football? Like, shit. He was a talent. Now look at him, he's failed. So, next up is... let's go Rabiot. Okay, so Rabiot, or Rabiot, whatever you want to pronounce his name as, who went from Juventus to PSG, I believe. No, from PSG to Juventus, sorry. And now he is on his way, apparently, to the Premier League to play for Arsenal. I don't know what this guy will bring in for him, I really don't. But we'll see what happens. So, next up is Moussa Dembele from Olympic Lyon. I mean, the guy's sick. I'm not gonna lie. He is fucking talented. Even this season as well, he has been fucking talented. Is there any other? That's probably him, innit? Yes. So he played for Celtic as well, alongside with like Scott Sinclair and that. And he did brilliantly for Celtic. Then he went to Olympic Lyon for like 20 million, and now Arsenal want him, which I'm not surprised. So next up is Kevin Volland, or Holland, or Walland, or I don't know how you pronounce his name. I really don't, but I call him Volland. So there he is. He's rumoured to become Arsenal's next striker. And next up, we'll do a goalkeeper if I can find one. There we go. Freddie Woodman. Now, why the fuck would you want Woodman at the fucking club? Like, seriously, he's shit. He is utter shit. But look, he's played for fucking Kilmarnock and Newcastle. I mean, he's not good. He really ain't. I don't know why the fuck you would want him. I really don't. But that's the rumours for Arsenal, guys. So I'll be back with you in a second. We'll do Aston Villa, and that will be the end of this video. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. Guys, it's the last thing in this episode, and then tomorrow will be the next three. Sorry. So first up is Sorloth from Newcastle, I believe he was at, and then he went to Trabzonspor in Turkey. If I can pronounce his fucking name right, I'll be able to fucking get him up. There he is. Alexander Sorloth. Yeah, so he's played for Groningen. He's played for the team that Winston Reid played for when he was back when he was playing for Denmark. But now he's playing for New Zealand, I believe. I'm not too sure. But Sorloth is rumoured to go to Aston Villa. So next up is Tucker from Gills. Now I'm not too sure if Tucker is in FIFA 17. I'm not too sure. No, he ain't. Okay. Next up then is Mitrovic. Mitrovic is fucking... I don't even have the words for him. He is fucking insane, shall we just say. He is fucking insane. Even for a guy his age, he's fucking insane. I can't stop saying fucking insane. I really can't. So, next up is Joe Hart. Now, Joe Hart's go to Aston Villa. That has been rumoured for a while, that has. But I would love to see Joe Hart go to Aston Villa. I would actually love to see him go to Aston Villa. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because I think he will actually do well at Aston Villa. Like, playing alongside with Pepe Reina, that would be quite cool. That would be, I'm not going to lie. So, next up is Vida. Now, he was with Croatia in the World Cup, I believe. I'm not too sure, but this guy is absolutely insane as well. What's his fucking name? Or is he not in the game? Okay. He's not in the game. Cool. So, he's rumoured to go there as well. I don't think this kid's in here, though. Okay, he is in the game, looks like it. Santa Maria. He's rumoured to go to Aston Villa as well. I don't think anyone's heard of this guy besides like the French league and all that. I've never heard of him, but let's just hope he's a talented player. So next up is Nicholas Gaetan. Now Gaetan, bless his heart, back in China he got fucking knocked out and he nearly died. But I think he got knocked out. I'm not too sure. But whatever had happened to him, he nearly fucking died. And if he died, that would be fucking upsetting for everyone. That would be. That would be fucking upsetting for a lot of people. So, yeah. So next one then is Elab Dalawi. I don't know who this guy is, but it looks like he plays for Olympiacos. So, let's type in his name. How the fuck do you spell that? L-E-L-A... But there. Yeah, so he played for Hull City and now he plays for Olympiacos, and he could be coming back to the Premier League to play for Aston Villa. So we'll see what happens with that. Next up is Marcus Rojo. Rojo is brilliant on this game. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He is insane. He goes from a 78 to a fucking... what do I call it? Just trying to think of the name. To an 86, I think it is. So, next up is a Juventus player. Or ex-Juventus player now. Mattia Perin. I would like to see him go back to Juventus because he did well for him, but now he's gone back to Genoa, so we can't really to stop him with that. So, next up then is Tuanzebe. Now, who remembers using this kid all the fucking time on a career mode? And he actually used to do like decent fucking defending. Look, so he's played for England and he's played for Bosnia, DR Congo. Now I'm happy that he's gone to England, but at the same time I'm not, because if he doesn't reach his full potential and he doesn't do well for United, then he ain't gonna get an England start. But I think he should in the future. Okay, so next up then, two more. We've got Ruben Alcaraz, and we now have as well Badelj. Now I'm not too sure if these two are in the game, but we will check. So, Ruben Alcaraz, there we go. Yes, he is in the game. Okay, so he's played for Genoa and he's played for Almeria as well. So we'll put him in there. And then also what we'll do is we'll put Badelj in there as well. Now, Alcaraz is rumoured to go to Real Valladolid for 12 he's rumoured to go to Arsenal from Real Valladolid for 12 million. I mean, I don't think his transfer value is even that high though for him to go for that much. I honestly, I don't know. But look, this guy's played for Fiorentina and now he's playing for Lazio. But that is it as well, guys. That is Arsenal, Bournemouth and Aston Villa. All transfer news, all transfer gossips for the future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We will next be doing Brighton, Burnley and Chelsea. And possibly Crystal Palace if I have any time. But, I mean, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really do appreciate all the support that I get from others. So, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.